Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the March 2025 EK All Guild meeting. Thanks everyone for coming out. I know there is a lot of stuff going on with it being new content week and all that stuff. So we will dive right into things. We'll get started with a progression update from the GM Snowmantle.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to let you know where we are as a guild. So currently we have 6 mythic, 8 heroic, 1 training team. We finished the first season of the War Within with 3 cutting edge teams: Empire, Draconic, and Paradigm. Um, for those of you who weren't aware, Kismet, one of our heroic teams, has decided to leave for greener pastures, I guess. It was not acrimonious in any way. They just felt like they didn't fit in anymore. Um, in terms of how this tier has started off, we've started off pretty strong. We have over 135 raid bosses down in week one, and Empire has provided the guild with the first mythic kill, or has had the first mythic kill of the guild, however you want to say it. And then the last thing I kind of wanted to point out is people are hitting Mythic Plus really hard. As of when we last checked, so this literally could change by the moment. But the highest was Frappuccino at 2689. We have over 80 people with KSM so far, and we have several that are 2500 plus. Including Frappuccino, Frenmersend, Mountain Shadow, Icewing, Adronis, Luhi Shaman, and if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. That stuff literally could change minute to minute. Um, but yes, people are hitting the raid and hitting keys really hard already, and it's good to see lots of activity.
All right, thanks, Snow. Next up, we're going to hear some updates about the mentorship program from Taman.
Hey everyone. And last time we spoke, I was just before the mentor program was fully rolled out, which was towards the end of season one. So at this point, we have fully rolled out the program. Some folks in here may already be either working with a mentor or be a mentor yourself. And I'm very happy with the way the program is going. Still receiving feedback, still working on that. It's still a work in progress as we grow the program, have more mentor availability, and have more opportunities for folks to connect with other members of the guild to learn and improve. Obviously, right now, the focus is completely on progression, which is pretty normal at the beginning of any season, as it is for me. I'm sure it is for everyone else. So I would like to go ahead and continue to sell the program a little bit as a great opportunity to come in and learn a lot of the new dungeons. We have folks that can help you kind of figure out if you're getting into the M plus or if you're trying to learn some normal bosses or get into pugs a little bit more. Plenty of opportunity and space for that. It's also, I want to make sure that I put out there that we are always looking for more mentors within the program to be a part of the team and come in and assist your fellow guildmates in improvement and continuous growth. Obviously, right now, I'm sure there's a lot of things going on, a lot of obligations you may have to your raid teams, individual progression teams, which is totally understandable. But as things begin to slow down, if you have any interest in being a part of the program and assisting some folks who are trying to move up within the guild, find positions on CE teams or AOTC teams, that is what we're here for. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to myself or any of the other mentor leads in the program about how you can get started with that today. And that's it for me.
Great. Thank you very much. Um, Buckle in, everybody. We've got some events updates from Primal, and it's going to take a minute. We got a lot going on.
Oh, it's gonna take me a long time. What's up, everybody? So we currently have 10 raid events, 2 PvP events, and 1 Mythic Plus event. We had two, but we're canceling one of them for now while the lead goes through some personal stuff. The Sunday Fun Run is something that is new this season. It kind of started up last season, but the main goal is to kind of give a feel of raid progression from normal to mythic, but it's not going to be in a team mentality. So just be prepared for that. It's going to start at normal and it'll work its way up to mythic as the season progresses. This does not replace the alt mythic run that we are trying to start as well. So we'll end up with 2 mythic runs by the end of the season. With the Sunday fun run, we do request that everyone watch videos and keep up with the strats and everything like that, because it is like a progression event. So it's not going to be treated as every other fun run, but we'll still have the fun run mentality. It will just be catered more towards progression and stuff like that. We have a bunch of things that go on during the week. We have Jazzy's fishing party, sixes, mount runs on Sunday, diving into delves. There's going to be a Hallow Fall farming event that Landon is going to be doing once a month. And then we'll also be doing time walking raid skips as well. We have a bunch of roles that we need to fill as usual. You guys see the help wanted page all the time, and you see as many times as events post what we're looking for. We are still looking for a leader for the speed run that will start about the 9th week of the season. 4-piece and AOTC will be required just like usual. But the lead, if you are interested, please reach out to myself, Pews, or Edison, and we will talk to you and point you in the right direction. We have 2 PvP events, like I stated before, that are going to be starting this season. Did you lose me?
Yep.
Where did you guys hear me leave off at?
AOT.
I heard everything.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
did I.
I heard everything too.
I guess
All
I
right,
just
cool.
cut out.
All right, so we have 2 PvP events, like I mentioned previously. One is going to be casual. One is going to be kind of like a semi-hardcore push. Twiggy is going to be doing the semi-hardcore push into RBGs. Stuff has already been posted for that. If you have any questions, please reach out to Twiggy. And Hobbs is going to be doing a more casual RBG / arena / world PvP kind of event. They're both going to be running on Sundays. If you have any questions about the PvP stuff, please reach out to those individuals. Twiggy is also looking for a co-host or a co-lead to help him organize everything, get everything situated, and kind of fill in when he is not going to be available. And then we're also looking for somebody who loves Mythic Plus enough to help us grow our Mythic Plus events, because currently they struggle. We have one that runs during the week, and then we have one that runs during the weekend. And they struggle a bit with attendance and popularity and stuff like that. So if you guys have any ideas about how we can grow our Mythic Plus events, please reach out. We would love to hear from you, and we would love your help as well. Some of the upcoming things that are coming: May the 4th be with you. Prepare for Star Wars outfits. I'm assuming that's a transmog contest. I don't know what this note actually means, but we're gonna go with it's a transmog contest. I don't actually know. And then there is a war game that's gonna happen. It's gonna be goblins versus gnomes. So we're gonna pick a spot and have everybody who wants to join either become a goblin or become a gnome. We'll have team captains, and we'll fight it out to find out which midget of World of Warcraft is better, the gnome or the goblin. And then we're gonna do a raid speed run. Apparently, that's gonna be goblins versus gnomes as well. If you haven't got the hint, a lot of this is geared towards goblins and gnomes because we are in the Undermine. It'll be something special at the end of the season where goblins and gnomes, whoever has one of them, will just race through the dungeon, kind of like we do with the all druid run and stuff like that. We're also going to do an all druid versus all paladin event. It's going to be kind of a stream event as well. I don't have the details on that. Pews will give us more as that comes along. I'm almost done, I swear. We the events team also wants to put on some stream events as well to kind of garner attention to the guild and to our event side of the stuff as well. We're looking for commentators, people who are well versed in Twitch, who can help commentate on either our Mythic Plus events or raid events and stuff like that. We have also updated all of our events and requirements for season 2, especially with the time change. Discord sucks and the calendar doesn't like change, and so everything should already be updated time wise to your local time when everything starts. Make sure that you check the calendar if that's what you go based off of. If you notice any anomalies that we might have missed, please let us know. And if you have 5 minutes to spare when you're either doing nothing, flying around in Dornigal, or racing around Undermine in your car, please make sure that you try to join one of our fishing or herbalism runs. It's to help our raid teams and even the fun runs with stuff if we can, to give them raid packages and stuff like that. Don't forget to keep the event news channel open so that you can see anything that we post that's updated and stuff like that. And if you're interested in joining the events team to help us out, whether it's Mythic Plus, RPGs, or whatever, please feel free to check the Help Wanted post or reach out to myself, Edison, or Pews, and we will talk to you and all that stuff. And I think I'm done.
Great. Thank you. If you didn't catch all that, there is a recording of this that will be on the Guild YouTube channel. Minutes will go out, but keep an eye on that Help Wanted channel and the events section of Discord so you can keep up to date. The next, I get to talk a little bit about the season of raiding. I'm kind of starting a personal initiative this season where we really focus on raiding in the guild. For some of the newer folks, EK was founded as a raiding guild. At the time, as a pretty hardcore raiding guild that then grew to other stuff. What was one, kind of top 20 team became 2, then became 4 of various levels. Zate's original vision was that you could change your intensity of raiding and not have to leave the community. So whatever you had time for, whatever your life and personal interests allowed, we would have that in the community, and you could stay with your friends, you could stay with your previous teammates, all in one place. And I think that's really important, and it's something that's really special. Some people have asked lately why we have such a focus on raiding, like why are there so many raid events? Because at our core, we're a raiding guild that does a bunch of other stuff, and we'll talk about that other stuff in a minute. But I just want to make sure everyone, is on board with the idea that, first and foremost, we are a raiding guild in World of Warcraft. With Mythic difficulty being the capstone of group content in WoW, we clearly put a lot of focus there in the guild. A lot of us that may not now were at one time Mythic Raiders, and a lot of people that are not now may one day be Mythic Raiders. And so I would like us to take some time this season to really focus on our fellow raiders. If you do raid, look at what your the teams to the left and right of you are doing. Look at what Mythic is doing. If you're a heroic raider, look at what heroic teams are doing. If you're a Mythic raider, if you're not currently raiding, it's a great opportunity to look across the board and support your guild mates as they do the thing the guild was made to do. We have streamers. It's highlighted on the website. It's highlighted in Discord. I know it's hard if you're currently doing content yourself to watch someone else do content, but if you do that kind of thing, don't just look at the giant streamers. Look at the streamers in your guild. Interact with them, get to know them, help them grow their channels. Be part and grow the raiding community inside your own guild as well. We'll ask this season as we talk about support to look at what it costs our teams to raid. People ask, why do we do urbing runs? Why do we try to do so much banking stuff and like the gambling events? And we try to pull money in so that we can provide some assets across the guild to the various teams. Like taking Empire as a bit of an example. Last season, they spent over 700,000 gold in just feasts and cauldrons. And roughly around, let's say, 3.5 million gold in repairs. That's an astronomical number. And so it's hard when, everyone's trying to do their bit, but as much as we can pool and share, I think that's good, and will raise the guild as a whole from Vanir to Empire. We make raid kits, and we try to do that. Every tier to just kind of help with that burden a little bit. That doesn't begin to take into account the individual costs people have for enchants and gymming and rolling new tunes and going through all of that. So if you see your guildies and they're around and they're trying to get a new tune going, help them out, carry them through some content. There's 1,000 people here. It should be, you know, it's a wonderful resource to have each other here. Having said all that, I want to make sure that you understand that we believe that all the other stuff matters too. Clearly, Mythic Plus matters to the community. I mean, just look at the numbers. In 1 week, we have over 80 people with KSM already. We have people pushing 2,700. The majority of the guild is doing Mythic Plus content. Our love and support of that is not going away. The social side of the guild. Some people ask, why do we have, non-raiders in the guild? And that program started as true friends and family of the first raid team, and grew from there. And some people say, well, we take apps and we let people in who aren't friends and family. That's been something we've been doing for a very long time, from about the first year of the guild on. Because we think that there are people who like to support raiding and like being around raiders and just are in a situation where they can't raid right now. And so we support that and we want that to be part of our community. Just because you're not raiding right now doesn't mean you're not still a raider at heart, and that you want to be around the people who understand the hobby the way you do it. And last, I'd just like to remind everybody that the mobility in the guild is super, super important. The ability to apply for a team swap, we have a full process for that, because life changes. And sometimes you can't continue to raid at the intensity level you are now, or maybe you have some free time coming up. And it's a great time to step into harder content or more dedicated content. And EK allows that. We have that ability. It's baked into the very core of who the guild is. So I challenge everybody, not just this season, but starting this season, and continuing on, really look at how you can support your fellow guildie, how you can support the teams beside you, and how we can kind of just lift everybody up as we go through this season. This season has the potential to be a lot harder than some we have seen lately, and the more we can do for each other, the better the progression chart will look at the end. All right, the next bit I have is please take a look at the Help Wanted channel. This is a big guild. We do a lot of stuff, and it takes a lot of people. We have big and small opportunities. So if something interests you, reach out to the people there. Shay, to you for shout outs and announcements.
Alrighty. So it is getting close to the time of the month for the newsletter. So if anybody has any shout outs, please send them to either myself or Killerbree. Um, that's all I have for that. But one thing is be on the lookout for something fun that's going to be happening with our podcast. More details will be coming.
All right,
Back
super.
to you.
Jazzy, banking stuffs.
Banking stuffs. Yeah, we notice y'all like some gambling stuff, and casinos are a thing. So expect some more of that to come, and be on the lookout, like I said, for the herbing and fishing stuff is still going, always has been, will always keep going, because fishing is love, fishing is life, and joy. So just be on the lookout for that. And if you think you can help out with anything, crafting or raid kit, or just want to send stuff, please mail it to Glaive Jazzy. If you're Horde, H Bank Jazzy, I believe is what my tune's name is called, for Horde banking stuff, because factions still exist for some reason. Other than that, yeah.
Speaking of Mythic Plus, this man is Mythic Plusing while talking about banking.
Don't worry about me. I'm just in a 9 mode alert. It's fine. But yeah, that's really it. If you think you can help out with anything, just reach out. I will happily put you to work.
Any of the other chancellors have anything?
Not me.
Not me either.
Not right now.
All right. Team leads. Anybody have anything?
Well, I'll go. Paradigm's celebrating its 2-year anniversary this month in March.
Happy
So
birthday!
yay. Right on.
It's a big milestone.
Huge.
Does that mean it's the terrible twos, Zathy?
You're awful.
I couldn't help myself. It's from a mom
That
perspective,
was
please. It wasn't.
amazing.
Let's hope not, please.
I know. I hope
Yeah.
not for you too.
Okay. Any questions from the group as a whole? Or, I mean, I guess individually. Okay, if you do have questions later, do remember that we have a new feedback form. It's listed under the Guild Resources channel. That's a direct line to senior leadership. You can let us know your thoughts, good or bad. If you have questions, leave your name. We'll get back to you with an answer as best we can. Snow, anything final for us?
I don't have anything final, but just everyone enjoy the new tier. I know I am.
More
Okay.
explosions.
More explosions. The next meeting's upcoming. The next leadership meeting will be in 2 weeks. We are not going to do it on Easter Sunday. And then the next all guild meeting, it says March 9th. That is not correct. We will get back to you with the actual next date of the all guild meeting. I thought I updated that. But thanks everyone for giving us some time on a Sunday afternoon, and get back to that Mythic Plus. Thank you all very much.